whatever I feel like carrying that day to give you the little money you want for the verse. Man, come on, bro. Like, stuff like that is lame. You know what I mean? On top of that, it's like the first time I even met little dude, his DJ called me. Hey, he want to meet you. He like, meet him at the studio, such and such, such and such. I'm like, okay, cool. Go over to the studio by myself. You know what I'm saying? Get to talking. He like, his boy, like, it's Dolphin here, y'all, such and such, all them crazy, such and such, such and such. He sick his whole team on me. You know what I mean? From his DJ to all his partners to his manager, the same manager you were talking about. On my mama, I respect the manager, the Pepper dude. His name Pepper. I respect him more than all of them. And he, too. The lame, too. You know what I mean? But guess what? When he was doing...
Yo, it's all about Hayes Money Radio. Yo. Talented Minds Podcast, and we're back. It's your host. It's the boy, Hayes. And how are you doing out there? The weekend is over, guys, and it sucks. It's going to be a case of the Mondays, huh? I hate Mondays. I hate like that start of the weekend shit. It's just like, fuck, man. I just can't stand that feeling. But it's like Tuesday. You would think Tuesday would get better than Monday, but it doesn't, because Tuesday is worse than Monday for some reason. It's like, but other than that, man, how y'all doing out there, man? Welcome back to Talented Minds Podcast. This will be episode 26, man. We get into the 26th episode. It's Hayes Money Radio season. You know how I'm saying? I said, you know how I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. And we rocking out here, man. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting the podcast, subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing. And you can donate to the podcast for as low as 99 cents a month. You just have to click the link in the bio, in the description. You know what I'm saying? Just click the link right there, and it'll just take you to where you can donate for 99 cents a month. You can donate for $4.99 a month or $9.99 a month. And whatever it is, man, it's very greatly appreciated. This isn't just for, this isn't pocket money. It's for the podcast itself. It's to build it up. It's to, you know, try to get new and better things. You know what I'm saying? So if you fuck with us, you fuck with me, and you want to help contribute, you want to see things grow and everything like that, man, it's greatly appreciated. And I love y'all, and thank you for the monumental support, you know, coming from where we come from, man. You don't get a lot of stuff, or you don't even get people that support you or show you love for real like that. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times when I talk to some of my younger friends and stuff like that, and they ask, like, why do I help them, you know, push their music, or like, why do I believe in them so much? It's like, bro, like, I know how it feels for no one to believe in you. I know how it feels for you to think that people are your friends and they're not going to share a post, or they're not going to tell people that, you know, they have a song with you, or they were even in your video, or even if they're not in your video, they don't share it. They don't want to come and purchase a shirt, or, you know, and it just sucks. And it's just like, people think that you're automatically going to get there. Like, you know, they don't think that work has to be put in for anything. They just think everything is supposed to happen, or people want to fuck with you when they know that you're the guy. They know that you're the person. And sometimes some people get caught up in that shit too. Some people get caught up in thinking that, like, you know, for instance, somebody who used to be at the bottom like you, but they finally got the game and they ran with it. They not trying to give back and be like, look, let me put other people on, or let me try to give them something that might be essential into helping them get to where they need to go. Motherfuckers get that game and then they be like, shit, I'm straight. I'm set. I ain't got to help nobody. If somebody reach out to me and shit, that I can just ignore them and all that. And that shit bogus, bro. That shit is very, very bogus. So it's like, it's two-headed, man. The people that don't want to help you or support you. They want you to be on to get it popping, you know what I'm saying? And then you got the people who are already on somewhat, or they just know a little bit more than you, and they want you to be popular before they fuck with you and shit. Just a bunch of whack-ass, dick-riding ass shit, if you ask me and stuff. So, other than that, man, I just hope everybody had a good weekend, a solid weekend. I went to go check out that Venom, man, that Venom movie. Now, if you know me personally, if you know me like I'm a straight friend of yours or whatever it is, then you know I'm a bit of a nerd. You know that I'm really into comic book stuff and everything like that. I'm into a lot of different things. Shit, I watch Seinfeld, The Office, all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So people put a stigma on you, like if you just like, you a black dude and you come from the hood and shit, you just have to like hood shit. Like I literally I have to go to a party and listen to a full Boosie album in the party and shit. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Type shit like that. Like people expect you to just kind of just be on shit like that fits into you just being basically I guess in their idea, in their head of what they think a black person should be or be on. And you get black people who most definitely feel like you should be like that, but you even have like people that aren't black that they have the same stereotype of you in their head. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a white person might want to deal with you or treat you accordingly because they think that you're supposed to be like this image of a black dude to them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so their image of a black dude to them could potentially be a black dude with some sense. You know what I'm saying? But more often than not, and I think a lot of them might want to deal with the black person that they think is like a fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when you're going to get the respect from them or something, because it's just like, yeah, shit, I mean, well, he is who I expected him to be because this is what I've always heard this whole time. If you follow where I'm going with the shit, like, okay, so I know a family who it's a white family, okay? Let's say this, right? They're a Caucasian family and their kids like black men. So the family, they're going to disrespect the black man who has the college degree, or, you know, like he actually likes to keep a job and likes to get, you know what I'm saying? Like he actually takes care of business. It's like to them, in their image of him, he's more of a pussy than the guy who's going to go to jail and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like, okay, this is a white family that views the black people like this, right? But how many black people do you know think the exact same fucking way about a black person though? Like, you know, like your respect isn't gonna come unless you're out here knocking heads off. Like, and it's so weird, like I said, because it's straight just like people live up to this, like they have like this stereotype in their head of you're supposed to be this way. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be fucked up. You're supposed to think and do irrational, illogical shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the reputation of your race precedes you to be such. You know what I'm saying? It's like some of the weirdest shit, dog. Like if you've experienced it, then you would know what I'm talking about. But if you never experienced it, then you probably are like, what the fuck is this dude talking about, bro? But it's very, 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 very real, bro. So it's like, look at it like this, right? So I know some dudes who are typically like, they're like nerds, right? And they're black dudes, like this, they're black dudes, and they like comic books, and they like all of this ill ass shit, or whatever it is, but they hang with super duper gangster cats who don't know them to be that way, because they have to keep up this image of, I can't look like a cornball to these niggas, instead of looking at it like, well, if these niggas my friends, then they just my friends. But these niggas really don't be your friends though. You know what I'm saying? And so I know for a cat like me who, when I was growing up, I liked all types of women because I just love women in general. You know what I'm saying? So I'm personally like, I prefer black women over anything. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, yes, I've messed with white, Hispanic, all of that type of shit because I also feel like love shouldn't be defined by color. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that because a person is, just because they're black, that's like the right person for you, when it's straight just like I've been saying previously, because they're black doesn't mean that they're gonna understand you. You know what I'm saying? Because you might be into something that doesn't fit into the normality of what they feel like a black person should be on, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you might be too out there, or you might be too different, where it's like, yeah, I kind of like them, but do be into some weird shit. So why wouldn't you go be with somebody that you can do weird shit with, or that you can talk about weird shit with? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've met a bunch of black women that didn't like Seinfeld. You know what I'm saying? And it's straight just like, but I'm a Seinfeld fanatic. So being that I might get judged for shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That might turn somebody off, you know. But I mean, you got people who might be open to it. They just like, there are people that want to kind of experience new things or do shit that they haven't been hip to yet. You know what I'm saying? So somebody might be like, well, shit, I'll sit down and watch Seinfeld with you. I used to see it come on TV when I was little. You know what I'm saying? But you have people that are straight judge you for that shit because they be like, man, ain't no black people doing that shit, bro. Man, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. And it's straight just like, and it's like, I've been around white people who would straight hit you with the, you're one of the good ones. Like, it's like the weirdest shit. Like, what the fuck does that mean? You're one of the good ones, because they've been hearing this whole time, or they see shit on TV. You know what I'm saying? And it's straight just like, damn, look at all these black people out here fucking up. And that's why I was saying, like, it's like this stereotype or this image that they view you as. You have to roll with that shit. Like, you know, if you don't, like I said, like, motherfuckers, it's like, I guess that's their form of respecting you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not gonna, like, me personally, dog, it's like, I don't think you're the realest nigga in the world because you keep going to jail, bro. Like, I don't think you're the realest person in the world because you're quick to snap on people and want to kick their ass. Like, okay, it's like how does that give you like the real person stamp? How does it give you the real person stamp that you're gonna cutthroat somebody? You know what I'm saying? Straight up like that. But some people respect you more if you do fucked up shit like that. That's why I was saying on the last episode, I was like, I think if Kanye was saying that, let's go blow some shit up and fuck these motherfuckers up and get the straps and then everybody be like, yeah, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. This, that, and the fourth. But the fact that he's leading with positivity and love, and he's actually buying his wife flowers, and he wrote her $1 million check, you know, as a thank you to not taking a deal, it's straight just like, and I just see a bunch of people like, this nigga pussy, this nigga soft and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to respect 50 Cent more. You know what I'm saying? They're going to respect Snoop Dogg more because it's like them niggas straight saying fuck hoes. They fuck bitches. You know what I'm saying? It's straight just like, yeah, that's right. That's what the fuck I'm talking about, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like we don't applaud people for being another totally different way. And or we judge them, or we call them lame, or, you know what I'm saying, you just get overly ridiculed for being different or not living up to that image. Or it's just like, if you hear some black person that articulates themselves better, you know what I'm saying, then it's straight just like, this nigga talk like a white dude. Like, it's like a bunch of bogus shit, bro. And I mean, I've personally experienced a lot of it because I grew up on the south side, so I'm from the hood, but I went to school in the county, so I went to school in the suburbs around people with prestige, with money, but I was going out there with kids from the hood, so we're being taught in a good system, in a good school and stuff like that, but we facing racism and all that type of shit and adversity. We facing, just cause you black, you might not get that motherfucking position on the football team, or you're going to be quick to go to the principal's office, or, you know what I'm saying? So you see like this small ass microcosm of society where it's really real, where it's like, well, hey, I had class with a couple white dudes and they were like the coolest dudes on the planet. And the people that you took the bus with out there are going to be like, man, this nigga on some bullshit, this nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then you straight got the white people that straight gonna probably hit you with you're one of the good ones because we thought you all were like this. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird and it's fucking whack. And it's like the world has to change, bro. But, like I said though, man, I caught, the Venom movie. So spoiler alert. If you didn't get to see it yet, I ran off on a big ass tangent, but like I was saying, like I'm into like Marvel, I'm into DC, all of that shit, you know what I'm saying? I wish DC would get it together. I think DC needs to slow it down a tad bit and just kind of just build up their own shit, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like people love DC, they love their books and everything like that, and they love the stories. DC has a lot of characters that the world isn't familiar with, and I think they should really continue to focus on making these people household names, you know what I'm saying? Like Marvel did with Ant-Man and Guardians of the Galaxy, and now they're gonna try to do it with the Eternals and shit like that, but that's the MCU. The Venom movie is in the Sony universe, and Sony is trying to build a Spider-Verse and a Venom-verse, if I'm not mistaken. So they had the Spider-Verse animated movie with Miles Morales coming out in December, but they're saying they're supposed to be building the Venom-verse. But what I don't like about Sony, and I just wish that they could just sell the characters to fucking Marvel, bro. It's like, y'all have 900 Spider-Man characters. That's a lot of characters. So shout out to Stan Lee and all them over there that fucking, like, how do you make 900 different characters, bro? That's crazy. And that's just on one end of characters. Like, that's strictly like people that have interacted with Spider-Man along the way. So it's like, think about all these other motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just wish that Sony would go ahead, and it's like, I think it might be beneficial for both parties. People don't think that that it would be a better deal, or that Sony can prosper or succeed, I guess, if they just do what Disney did and buy a Fox, you know what I'm saying? I think it would be good to just put everybody under the same umbrella so they can just get their proper due and satisfaction. Venom did break a lot of records this weekend, but I also think as far as the movie goes, and like I said, spoiler alert, as far as the movie goes, it's a good film. It's just, it moves, like as him and Venom became one, like as their minds really just meshed together and they started working together, then the movie was over in like fucking 10 minutes, it felt like, and I just wish it would have just kind of dealt with that more. I understand it's like the beginning film for him and everything, and he is a damn good, better Venom than, what's dude named Topher Grace from Spider-Man 3 and shit. But, yeah, I mean, and Tom Hardy, he's a good actor, but at the same time, sometimes it's hard for me to understand what the hell dude is saying, dog. Like, I think he tries so hard on trying to mask his accent, and you get caught into like, wait, what the fuck was dude saying? Like, sometimes it's hard for me to make out what he says. And as far as Venom goes too, it was kind of hard for me to make out some of the things that he said, but he was a damn good Venom though. And, yeah, it was a good movie. That's like really the big thing the big problem I have, it seems like it's just small stuff like that just kind of like took away from it for me. you know, because I'm just like a big fan and shit like that. And I would just like to see all of the characters just together, you know what I'm saying? I wish that they could have, you know, put Tom Holland in there, but they're also trying to say that they might save that for like the future sometime or something like this. So that's cool and shit. But yeah, and the script seemed rushed too, and that goes back to what I was saying about DC. It seems like everybody's trying to see what the MCU is doing, and it's like they're trying to rush shit. Where it's like, y'all would probably do a good job. Like, y'all are too bent on competition, where it's like the competition is always going to be there regardless. People are always going to compare it to something, you know what I'm saying? But if you don't have to try to rush it, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, okay, y'all rushed this Venom movie and we found out about it probably less than fucking, I don't even say a whole year ago. And so it's like you rushed the script, and you can kind of tell it was like the script was kind of rushed and shit like that. And I was just like, I'm happy it's kind of there to hold me over until Captain Marvel and Avengers 4 and shit like that. But it was straight just like, yeah, it was just okay. It wasn't great, you know, and that's just how I feel. And Woody Harrelson, you know, he shows up in the post-credit scene, and he's gonna be Carnage, you know, big Easter egg, like I said, spoiler alert. And yeah, man, straight up. So the movie was cool, but I just wish it could have been better. But they probably gonna go fucking lights out in the Venom 2. But they making a movie about Morbius. They trying to make a movie about Silver and Black, Silk, Spider-Gwen, goddamn me. It's like, come on, Sony, bro. It's like, slow down. You don't have to do a movie for all of these motherfuckers. Like, you trying too hard. I think that's what was ruining it for the X-Men. People that were making the X-Men movies too. Y'all don't want to give those rights back. So y'all trying to rush shit to try to keep shit moving, because there's certain things in those contracts and in those clauses that they have to make movies by a certain time. And if they don't, then shit is automatically transferable. It's like, because this shit is such a money game with people, but to me, it's more of an ego game, because it's like, bro, y'all gonna break bread if y'all work together, bro. Like, work together, y'all gonna break bigger bread, because that's gonna make the fans even more happier. It's gonna be like, damn, okay, bet Venom is in here with, you know, Spider-Man. Venom is in here with other motherfuckers. So it's like, I think that's what they have to bank on. It's like, shit, I don't understand why Fox never even did a deal with, well, not do a deal, but why they didn't combine Fantastic Four, Namor, and the X-Men when they had all of them over there. Like, y'all should have just made a team-up movie with all of them. But it's just like niggas wasn't thinking. Y'all too busy on trying to rush shit. And this is why MCU just came out and they crept out the sewer on y'all motherfuckers, and they just been hitting nonstop, because they actually care about the fans. They actually care about giving to the people. It's like, bro, it's like, stop trying to go for the money and actually go for, let's put our best effort into this shit. Let's put our best foot forward. You gonna make the money regardless. You know what I'm saying? But it's your prestige. Your reputation is what's going to last longer. When people walk out of that theater, they're going to be like, yeah, they did it. They did it right. Even if they missed this, that, and the fourth and shit, they did it right. They gave us what the hell we want. It's critically acclaimed. You damn right. Next time they make a money, I'm going to be in a rush to come and get them my money next time, because they took care of me the first time. That's business 101. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like I said, it's more of an ego game than I think a money game. Yeah, y'all trying to get the money and everything like that. So you ain't even going to put your best foot forward. But it's your ego that's telling you that I can do this shit, and I don't have to work with Kevin Feige and Marvel and Disney. I don't have to try to break bread or make a deal with them. I don't have to try to take like a 50-50 split. I'm trying to take a whole 100 split. That's your ego. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that's kind of what ruins it for everybody. And I also think, like, you know, when I talk about ego as well too, I was also watching Mashonda, who is Swiss Beats' ex-wife or whatever it is. I was watching Mashonda on The Breakfast Club. She just came out with a book about blended families and how to make them work and everything like that. You know, and how she got over the trials and tribulations and, you know, with dealing with the situation that they had. If you remember, you know, it kind of seemed like Alicia Keys came and took her husband, I guess, away from her, but you can't no motherfucker take nobody from you, bro. Motherfucker gonna just end up doing whatever they want to do. And I look at a guy like Swiss Beats, where it's just like Swiss Beats has kids by 4 different women. You know what I'm saying? With Alicia Keys being his last one, he has a relationship with 4 different women. So that's something that it seemed like that's something that he has to work out within himself as well. So it wasn't, I don't see it as being like Mashonda should take full blame for herself, or really just be like she should be distraught or mad as everybody wants her to be distraught and mad. That's what I was saying in the comments. Everybody was just like, girl, yeah, you can tell she's still in pain. She up here lying. Them child support payments must be great. It must be this, that, and the fourth. And it's just like the social media shit just let anybody say whatever the fuck they want, and it can be the dumbest shit in the world. So, I didn't see that in that interview. I saw it as a woman who is in tune with her spirit. She's aligned with her spirit. And this is why another thing that you people don't understand, who comment and say some of the most dumb shit, when you hearing somebody speak about like their spirit, the universe told me this. They said do this. You know, I'm happy. I rather just think positive and just be positive about shit, and you niggas can't grasp it. Yeah, bro. Some people don't want to continuously live in that past or live with pain and heartache. Like, they don't want to continuously think negative about things. So you can't just want people to just be mad because you're mad, or because you don't, in your mind, you're not ready to grow or do adult type shit or be mature about certain shit. Doesn't mean that everybody has to be on that. It doesn't mean that they're wrong because they want to be on some mature shit and take the mature route. And it's just like, yeah, I just don't have time to fight and bicker and be mad and angry. It might be better if I just work it out with these people and shit like that, just for my own spirit and my own heart. You got to understand, bro, if you overly stressed about something, you overly mad about something, this shit can affect your body, period. This can affect your mind. So this can cause your mind to straight be you up. You like losing sleep and shit. You can get sick, you know what I'm saying? Your stress, you could be overly eating shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, so some people would rather be like, let me just take this route, and it'll be better for my body and my mind, my soul, and my spirit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I can't knock nobody for that. That's what I saw in that woman, was more so like, look, she cares about her son. It's not about her. That's what y'all have to understand. When the relationship is over, the relationship is over. You know, yeah, you might still even love that person, or might still have love for that person, or whatever it is, but the relationship is over. There is no more emotional attachment. We just have a child or children together. So for them, I want the best for them and their well-being. Of course, I would want them to have a cool, great stepmom or stepdad, you know, but I also, it might make the situation better if I ease up and let it work out. If I ease up and straight say, hey, son, I know you don't like that he disciplined you, but he did it for the best for you. I can tell that he cares about you. It might not be a bad thing to listen to him if he says something. You know what I'm saying? It might not be a bad thing to listen to her if she says something. Hey, you can see that mommy and her get along with each other, so that might help you get along with her even more. If you can see that me and her both have love for you, then that'll be okay. Because like they always say, a village raises a child. So what's wrong with having that extra mother or father? And it's like, especially if you know that a bad person. Now, if you knew a person was a bad person, like, yeah, I would be mad if it was a motherfucker that it's like, oh yeah, damn, dude sell drugs and he's in and out of prison and he's a known abuser or molester, then that's when I feel like you should straight just be like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta, yeah, most definitely be on top of something like that. But when you got something and it's just like, hey, this person loves the person that you had kids by, you know, they love the person that you had kids by, and they also love your child, why not be acceptable and open to the union of that? Like I said, Mashonda has a child by Swiss Beats. Swiss Beats had a child before that child. He had a child after her, you know, and then he went on to have children with Alicia Keys. Like, you know, it's just like, it's not the woman's fault, bro. It's like, literally just seems like dude might have had his own issues with, you know, being loyal and infidelity. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that he has to work on. That's something that I'm pretty sure he sat there and was straight just like, I know I've hurt women. I know I've done women wrong. But don't let me being a fuck up be the reason why my kids can't grow up with each other. Don't let me being a fuck up be the reason why we just have all this tension off of what I did with my dick. You know what I'm saying? Once as adults you can move past shit like that, that makes it all the way better. Hey, we're not together anymore. I don't care for you like that no more. I got love for you. Even if I don't got love for you, it is what it is. But we share kids. And for our kids, they need to see us being cordial. They need to see us that we can work it out. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. And that's just how it is. I see some people are able to do that. And I think that's like some of the dopest shit in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how it should be. That's how it should be. Like, what you gonna do if your child's father passes away and he has kids by 2-3 different women out here? Like, you as one of the mothers, you're not gonna take it upon yourself to say, hey, to honor his legacy even, you know, let me make sure my child gets to have a relationship with his brothers and sisters, because that's what it's about. It's not about you and your feelings, bro. It's not about that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Now, it'd be a difference. I would say you got every right to probably be mad if he's coming in between all y'all and he's still, you know what I'm saying, he's still having sex with y'all and playing with y'all mind and emotions. Then that's when I can see you straight being overly upset because it's a motherfucker who playing with your mind. You know what I'm saying? It's a person who's straight just like, yeah, you know I love you. And then he finna go over there and say he love you to her and go say he love you to her. And then he got kids by all three of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Then that's when it's like, once again, he fouled, and that's something that he has to answer to and fix in himself. But if he don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. But I can see you straight possibly being angry about that. But at the same time, you have kids. It's more so about the kids and the relationship with their father, and most definitely the relationship with their siblings, you know. So it's like, as parents and as adults, man, you got to put your feelings to the side. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes y'all motherfuckers be mad as shit, where it's like y'all ain't been with a person in fucking 10, 15 years or something and still be mad that y'all not together or some shit like that. So not only are you, so yeah, man, you know, if you not, you know, y'all not together no more, it ain't no attachments, aside just y'all having kids with each other, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, bro, you can put that bullshit to the side, man. Stop tripping off of, oh shit, yeah, that shit hurt. whatever may have happened between y'all, but don't let that shit come between you and their kids. Don't let that shit come between the other parent and their relationship with the kids. Because, I mean, you're not hurting the other parent. Yeah, you kind of like pissing them off. That's more so what you're doing. You just pissing them off. You making them want to fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, you really hurting the kids. And some of y'all be out here straight lying to these kids or just getting in your kid's head and telling fucked up shit like, yeah, your mom dead, or no, or your dad passed away, or your daddy don't love you, and your daddy hates you, and your daddy got a new girlfriend, so that means that y'all ain't gonna get the attention y'all deserve. Like, it's a bunch of whack shit like that where it's just like, fam, like, why can't he be with somebody? And then a lot of times too, y'all motherfuckers be tripping off of shit where it's like the dad can't or the other person can't have a new boyfriend or girlfriend, but you can be out here fucking and doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can have all the kids in the world that you want, but that other motherfucker better not have no kids or better not try to do anything and live their life or try to be happy. You know, it's just like this shit whack, bro. Leave with love, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be best friends with this person or any of that shit, but it's about the kids at the end of the day. So that should make it that much more worth it to even be mature enough to have a conversation correctly or have a conversation with the other person that your kid is around. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should be able to mutually probably come together and say, hey, bro, hey, girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, can you come pick the kids up? Can you drop them off her? You know, hey, can you, just like, it's shit like that can just help everything go much further and much more easier than just constantly having this conflict and tension. And, because the kids see that shit and they know what's going on. They feel it, and, it confuses them, So we have to think about the kids and making sure they have the best life and making sure they even keep the image of like my mom and dad love me and they care about me. And I know that I have a stepmom, I have a stepdad, or my mom's boyfriend is a great person, or him and my dad get along, or my dad's girlfriend, yeah, she gets along with my mom, is all cool and shit like that. Like, let's change the narrative. Let's fix the equation. Let's fix the situation. Like, cause that's another thing where it's like, that's another stereotype where people think it should be like that. People look at the stereotype of there isn't a father in the house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, your mom and dad aren't together. Your mom and dad aren't married and shit like that. So let's change that, man, and work on just bringing love and peace and positivity and prosperity into the world. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, till next time, man, it's been great talking to y'all. Click the link in the description, to donate to the podcast. Like I said, for as low as 99 cents a month. And the English Long Story Short video is out. City Greens Market is going to be rocking for a few more years, so we in the building, baby. You know what I'm saying? And we got big things coming. Follow Steak and Eggs on Instagram. Side Thumb Skate Code, we're still sponsored by and always gonna be sponsored by. So get your Side Thumb merch. Shout out to Powerhouse Cleaning. Shout out to everybody out there, man. We making moves. Y'all stay up. Y'all stay blessed. Stay positive. Stay happy. One.
The podcast you just heard was published with Anchor. Got something you want to say to the creator of this show? Send them a voice message using the Anchor app, free for iOS and Android.